Power outages have increased by 600% since the year 2000, which means you're almost guaranteed to face one. And when the lights go out, it's already too late to prepare. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a comprehensive emergency kit using a simple 3-bucket system that'll keep you safe, fed, and comfortable during any power outage, whether it lasts hours or days. Stay until the end to discover the critical mistakes most people make that could turn a minor inconvenience into a dangerous situation. Welcome to Crisis Horizon, where we help you prepare for the unexpected. If you find this information valuable, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss our life-saving content. Let's talk about reality for a moment. That 600% increase in power outages isn't just a statistic, it's a warning. Whether it's severe weather, infrastructure failures, or other emergencies, losing electricity has become a common occurrence that most people will experience at some point in their lives. These events can last anywhere from a few hours to several days, and they impact everything: your access to food, water, communication, and even basic hygiene. But here's what separates those who merely survive from those who maintain their comfort and safety: preparation. The difference between discomfort and disaster often comes down to whether you thought ahead. Waiting until the emergency hits means you're already behind. Stores will be closed, services will be unavailable, and you'll be left scrambling in the dark. That's why we're going to build a system today, a practical, organized approach that acts as your lifeline when everything else fails. And the foundation of this system is brilliantly simple: 3 stackable buckets. Now, you might be wondering, why buckets? Let me explain. Stackable buckets from your local home improvement store offer 3 massive advantages. First, they're incredibly easy to stack and store. You can tuck them away in a basement corner or closet without taking up much space. Second, they're portable. Those handles aren't just for show. When you need to move supplies quickly, you can grab and go even when they're full. And third, they're multi-purpose. In addition to storing your gear, these buckets can transport water if your plumbing fails during an extended outage. But here's the critical detail most people miss: labeling. Label each bucket clearly on both the top and all sides. List the content so you can identify what you need instantly, even in the dark or under stress. Trust me, when you're fumbling around during an emergency, clear labels are worth their weight in gold. Before we dive into what goes in each bucket, let me give you 3 core principles that will make or break your emergency preparedness. First, keep your supplies dedicated. I know it's tempting to borrow that flashlight or grab those batteries for everyday use, but don't. Treat this kit as a sacred resource that only gets touched during genuine emergencies. The moment you start dipping into it for regular life, it stops being reliable when you actually need it. Second, establish a testing and maintenance schedule. At least twice a year, go through your buckets. Test your lighting and power devices to make sure they work. Rotate your food and water supplies to keep them fresh. Charge your battery banks and lanterns before storing them again. A kit that hasn't been maintained is just expensive clutter. And third, customize for your household. Every family is different. If you have children, add comfort items and entertainment. If you have pets, include their supplies. If someone has medical conditions, stock necessary medications. This isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It's a framework you adapt to your specific needs. Now let's get into the details. Let's talk about bucket 1, your food and hydration lifeline. When the power goes out, the food in your refrigerator is on borrowed time. You might get a day, maybe 2 if you're careful about not opening the door. But after that, you need alternatives. This bucket is all about high-calorie, non-perishable options that provide real nutrition. Start with freeze-dried meals. They're lightweight, have an incredibly long shelf life, and are easy to prepare, usually just requiring hot water. They're a game changer for extended outages. Next, add canned goods, but be strategic about it. You want items with substantial calorie and protein content. Think chili, stew, beans, or canned meats. Avoid low-calorie options like condensed broths. They won't sustain you when you need energy. Don't forget protein sources that don't require refrigeration. Pepperoni sticks, jerky, and canned meats provide essential nutrition and stay good for months. Throw in some nutrition bars too. Brands like Cliff Bars offer balanced energy and a compact package that's perfect for emergency storage. And here's something people often overlook: morale boosters. This might sound trivial, but during a power outage, especially one that lasts days, maintaining spirits is crucial. Small packs of Mentos, Starburst, or other sweets can provide comfort and distraction, particularly for children who might be scared or confused by the situation. Never underestimate the psychological component of emergency preparedness. Moving on to bucket 2, hygiene, illumination, and bulk calories. Let's start with the basics: toilet paper.
You don't need a massive stockpile, but having a backup supply ensures you're covered if your household runs out unexpectedly during an extended emergency. Most people have some on hand, but that extra reserve provides peace of mind. Now for illumination, and this is where old school technology shines. Include long burning candles, specifically those 16-hour candles. Why? Because when your batteries are depleted and your power banks are drained, a candle keeps burning. It's a reliable, no-tech solution that has worked for centuries and still works today. For bulk food storage, rice is your best friend. A large bag can provide up to 50 servings, offering a significant calorie reserve at minimal cost. Just remember, you'll need water to cook it, which brings us to the next essential item in this bucket, more bottled water. Supplement your supply from bucket 1 with several additional bottles. Store them properly to avoid plastic breakdown, and you'll have plenty of hydration for both drinking and cooking. Here's a packing tip that makes a huge difference. Use pieces of cardboard to separate layers within your buckets. This allows you to stack items efficiently and access what you need without digging through everything. It seems simple, but during an emergency, organization equals speed, and speed can be critical. Now we get to bucket 3, and this is where things get interesting. This bucket is packed with odds and ends that address repair, power, hygiene, first aid, and multiple lighting options. Let's start with repair and utility items. Duct tape is absolutely essential. Choose a bright color so you can actually see it in low light. It's invaluable for quick repairs and improvisation. Add some Gorilla Tape too. It's another strong adhesive that's useful for a range of fixes that regular duct tape might not handle. For power solutions, battery banks are non-negotiable. Portable chargers from brands like Anker or Fusion with USB ports can keep your phones and small devices running. Here's the critical part. Always store them fully charged. A dead battery bank is useless, and you can't assume you'll be able to charge it once the power goes out. Also stock up on batteries, but make absolutely sure you're getting the right types. AAA for headlamps, AA for other gear. Double check compatibility because there's nothing worse than grabbing batteries during an emergency only to realize they don't fit your devices. Water purification is something most people don't think about until it's too late. Include bleach in this bucket, properly labeled and stored. Bleach can purify water in emergency situations, but you need to learn the safe usage protocols before you need them. This isn't something to figure out in the moment. Add a bar of soap like Irish Spring or similar. If you run out of your household supplies during an extended outage, you'll be grateful to have backup hygiene essentials. For first aid, choose a well-organized kit. Brands like My Medic offer kits with clear labeling. You want bandages, antiseptics, and basic medical supplies. Don't go overboard, but make sure you can handle common injuries without access to immediate medical care. Now for miscellaneous essentials that seem small but become huge during a crisis. Cash is critical. In a power outage, electronic payment systems go down. Credit cards are worthless. Keep a small reserve of cash for emergencies, enough to buy essentials if stores are open but their systems are down. Add a lighter for candles, stoves, or any other needs that require fire. And don't forget to store electronic plugs and instruction manuals for your devices. When you're trying to figure out how to charge something in the dark, having those instructions readily available is invaluable. Let's talk about lighting options, because you can never have too many light sources. Include rechargeable lanterns with solar panels. Brands like Glowco or Hybrid Light work well. These offer versatile illumination, but here's the key. Don't rely solely on solar charging. Keep them fully charged before storage, because cloudy days or indoor use make solar charging unreliable. Add multiple small candles so you can distribute light throughout your home. Different rooms need different light sources. Include headlamps too, specifically AAA powered ones like Energizer models. These provide hands-free lighting, which is essential when you're trying to do tasks in the dark. Keep them in their original packaging so you're not tempted to use them for everyday purposes. And here's a game changer, a high-powered rechargeable flashlight. Something like an Olight X7R can illuminate large areas both indoors and outdoors. When you need to see what's happening outside or light up an entire room, this is your tool. For communication, include a crank-powered emergency radio with weather and emergency channels. This keeps you informed about what's happening and when power might be restored. Solar panels are a nice backup feature, but manual cranking is far more reliable. You can always generate power with a crank regardless of weather or time of day. And finally, add a meat thermometer. If your refrigerator loses power, you need a way to check if food is safe to eat. This simple tool can prevent foodborne illness that could turn a bad situation into a medical emergency. Beyond the 3 buckets, there are bonus items that significantly enhance your comfort and safety. Store extra blankets, especially if you live in a warm climate where you don't typically keep many on hand. When heating systems fail in cold weather, blankets become essential for survival. During a severe power outage in New Hampshire, families have stayed warm using nothing but candles, body heat, and their blankets, even with freezing temperatures outside. Multiple blankets can literally be the difference between sleeping comfortably and hypothermia. If you're in a hot climate, include a small fan.
A battery-powered fan can provide relief during hot weather when air conditioning fails. While AC units require too much power for most portable systems, a fan is a practical alternative that can run off your battery banks. And speaking of power banks, consider investing in a robust solar power system. Brands like Jackery, Anchor, or Pristron offer power banks with compatible solar panels. This setup allows you to recharge devices, run lights, and power small appliances without relying on the grid. Now let's be realistic. These systems won't run your refrigerator or air conditioner, but they can significantly improve your comfort and safety during extended outages by keeping essential devices operational. Let me share some real-world wisdom from people who've lived through extended outages. Experience is the best teacher, and these lessons are invaluable. During one severe outage, a family kept an entire bedroom warm enough to sleep comfortably using only candles and body heat. Even the family dog contributed warmth. Having multiple lighting sources meant they could illuminate different areas without draining any single power source too quickly. Backup water supplies meant they could cook, clean, and stay hydrated. And those morale boosters, the comfort items that seem unnecessary, made a challenging situation manageable instead of miserable. The common mistakes? People often rely on a single type of light source, then panic when those batteries die. They fail to maintain their kits, discovering expired food or dead batteries when it's too late. They borrow from their emergency supplies for everyday use, leaving gaps they don't notice until disaster strikes. And they forget to test their equipment, so when they finally need that radio or lantern, they discover it doesn't work. The importance of multiple backup systems cannot be overstated. If your primary lighting is battery-powered, your backup should be candles. If your main power source is a battery bank, your backup should be pre-charged devices and plenty of spare batteries. Redundancy saves lives. And here's something crucial. Your kit should evolve. Join preparedness communities, share your ideas, and learn from others. Consider adding items like a portable stove or grill for cooking, extra batteries beyond what's in your buckets, a manual can opener for those canned goods, board games or books for entertainment during long outages, and personal hygiene products like toothbrushes, toothpaste, and feminine hygiene supplies. Remember, with power outages increasing at an unprecedented rate, the question isn't if you'll face one, it's when. Your 3-bucket system is your lifeline to safety, comfort, and peace of mind. This isn't about living in fear, it's about living with confidence, knowing that when the unexpected happens, you're ready. Don't wait until the lights go out. Start building your kit today. Label your buckets clearly, stock up on essentials, invest in reliable power solutions, test everything regularly, and customize it for your household's unique needs. What items are you adding to your emergency supplies? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this valuable, smash that like button and subscribe to Crisis Horizon for more life-saving preparedness content. Stay safe out there.